And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter, along with our odds maker, Keith Fustel, here on a beautiful Saturday morning. Saturday kicks off the race weekend here today at Laurel Park. We're by the paddock here. The sun is out, a little breezy out here, but another nice Saturday for racing.
We've stretched this for a while now. I hope it holds. I know possibly some rain later this afternoon, maybe in the 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock era. I talked to meteorologist Jack Harmon, also as our timer here at Laurel Park, has given me notes that anything after 3 o'clock, it very well could be on a wet surface.
All right, I got a 10-1 mutter back in the barn waiting for you in today's allowance feature, race 8-1. Any court in a storm. Jason Egan, that trainer, hoping for a little rain. We'll talk more about that later on. But the big story for nice tie, by the way. You got the Mount St. Joe colors on.
We're going to try to get the Gales home. MIA finals tonight at Hartford Community College in basketball and golf. So hopefully they can get it done. A good win the other night. I went down and watched them play McDonough. They had to battle back. They were down 11 at the half and tightened the screws a little bit. Came out firing and pulled it out.
All right, go Mount St. Joe. Of course, Larry Coleman's from Mount St. Joe, making that school famous. So, all right, big story today. Our Rainbow Pick 6 carryover. We have the second largest carryover in the country today. Our sister track out there on the West Coast, Santa Anita, with a little bigger Pick 6 carryover. But ours not too shabby today. Just a skosh shy of $23,000 there. $22,801 for the Rainbow Pick 6 carryover. Second biggest carryover in the country. It starts race 4 today. Don't get shut out. Be a nice pool of money. Be well over $30,000 today for that Pick 6 carryover starting in race 4. So that's some excitement for today. Also this weekend, some excitement as we have the Kentucky Derby Futures, Kentucky Derby, and the Kentucky Oaks Futures Pool 3 opened yesterday. A couple local horses to root for in the Kentucky Derby and the Kentucky Oaks Futures. We have, of course, Ella Reeb, trains right here at Laurel Park. That horse 20-1 morning line for the Futures, and Irish War Cry for Grand Motion 12-1. Tecalita, Michael Match, she was a stakes winner last fall. That filly 50-1 in the Kentucky Oaks.
Right. Yeah, she stretched out the other day. I think the 7 ran a nice race. She fooled me. It's a lot of fun here having Ella Reeb and Irish Worker. I really hope they continue and make a serious impact on the trail right here to the Kentucky Derby.
And last weekend we showed you Ella Reeb's workout last Saturday. His next scheduled workout is tomorrow morning here at Laurel Park. We'll have that for you tomorrow on Today at the Races. The connections have decided where he's going to run next. A week from today, back up there at the Big A at Aqueduct in the Gotham Stakes. Yesterday morning, we caught up with trainer Cal Lynch right here at Laurel Park.
Did everything right on plan. Charlie gave him a perfect work for us, and Trevor will be back this Saturday, and he'll probably work on Sunday morning. After the break on Sunday, he'll go 5/8 out 3/4 for the Gotham for next Saturday. He's doing well. You know, it was just a decision made by myself and the owners. We got together and decided the horse is doing well, run them when they're good, and give them a break when they're not. So he's doing really good right now, and we just decided we'll take a shot up there in the Gotham.
The Big Apple's treated you well. He obviously likes that track up there, so certainly that probably had to do something with your thinking.
For sure. I mean, he's run really well over that under track the last 3 starts, so we're very pleased with him, and we expect him to come back in there and do the same, hopefully again, and get enough points then, and that makes decisions a lot easier going forward from there.
All right, Keith. Well, this makes this year's Triple Crown picture, even though we're still in February, very exciting as we have one of the main contenders right here in our backyard here at Laurel Park, Ella Reeb. He's won the Jerome in January up there at Aqueduct, the Withers in February. He had a sensational workout last Saturday here at Laurel Park, 47 and change for the half mile, 3/4, 113 and change. He's going to work again tomorrow, going back up there for the Gotham next weekend.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? You know, it's the right way to do it. He's shown he's comfortable with that. No need to do anything different. You get 2 out of hand. I like the tactics.
And so it's 20-1. We might even get a little higher than that in the future pool this weekend, because you have the Risen Star down there at the fairgrounds, and Cal Lynch, one of our top trainers here in Maryland, up and coming trainer, but nationally might not be known as as far as the Grand Motions and the Todd Pletcher. So maybe we get like a 20-30-1 on the Ella Reeb this weekend in that Derby future pool.
And speaking of Cal Lynch, he's getting the right kind of horses now. These younger horses you're seeing, his owners are giving him the checkbook, and it looks like it's pretty open. He's got a first-timer 3-year-old filly in race 5 today, a $235,000 purchase. So they're not scared. They're moving all in, and they want to be a player down the road.
So we'll have more from Cal Lynch when we talk about race 5, as he's got a good-looking first-time starter, Saucy Symphony. So more from Cal Lynch, race 5. Let's show you what else is going on here. A week from today here at Laurel Park, our Students on Track Career Initiative right here at Laurel Park, calling all college students. Come on out, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. next Saturday. Sign up for this free event. Explore possible career options in thoroughbred racing. Watch, experience, and network. Go to laurelpark.com to sign up for more about this. We had Alana Kramer from our marketing department on Maryland Horse Radio a couple nights ago talking about this. So a great opportunity for young people like you and I who got into the game to come on out and learn about this thriving industry.
Absolutely. We need to put some more youth into this game. I know they've got the program out in Arizona, but it's nice to have something locally that some of these colleges, we've got plenty of colleges right around here, and kids that like sports, they like marketing, come in, learn a little bit about racing. Don't be intimidated. You got the right kind of people that'll lead you right down the right path, and hopefully we can influence enough younger people to get involved and be a part of the what we have going on in Maryland right now.
Yeah, good stuff. They're the future of our game. So come on out next Saturday, all you college students. Go to laurelpark.com to learn more about this great program. Also coming up Saturday, March 18th here at Laurel Park, it's the Maryland Jockey Club Celebration Day. Celebrate the resurgence of Maryland's thoroughbred industry and the ongoing dramatic transformation of Laurel Park. This is at RSVP. Well, no, actually for our fans, it's not RSVP. Just come on out here, and you take home a long sleeve t-shirt with a program purchase while supplies last. So it's a celebration day for all of our fans. Also, here's the RSVP part. If you're interested in thoroughbred ownership, the Maryland Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association have teamed up with the Maryland Jockey Club and the Maryland Horse Breeders, and you can come on out. There's a seminar in the morning, 10:30 in Laurel Park's Ruffian Room. Go to mtha.eventbrite.com to RSVP for this free buffet lunch. There's also some other surprises for all you prospective owners out there. So a celebration day for our fans. You get a free long sleeve t-shirt. If you're interested in being an owner in this great game, free seminar and buffet lunch.
I'm interested.
Yeah, you're in.
And I'm hungry. So, yeah, I could go for some lunch.
So go to, you have to RSVP. More information about Owners Day and our celebration day on the laurelpark.com website. And don't forget the big day of the year, the third Saturday in May, the People's Race, the People's Party, second jewel of the Triple Crown. It's the 142nd Preakness Stakes this year, Saturday, May 20th. Don't forget about the day before, Black-Eyed Susan Day, Friday, May 19th. Also, the Pimlico Special on Black-Eyed Susan Day. So a great 1-2 combo, third Friday and Saturday in May.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that. Hopefully we can have a day like we have today. The revelers out in the infield we're certainly loving. I know our squirrel buddy is back, standing right behind you, so don't make any false moves.
He's ready for that Rainbow Pick 6 carryover. Let's take a look at the carryovers. We'll have a little super high five carryover in the opener, $566 for the rolling super high five in race 1. And then we'll have our Rainbow Pick 6 carryover starting in race 4, $22,800 for the Rainbow Pick 6 carryover. No late Pick 5 carryover, but we always have that industry low 12% takeout in both the early Pick 5 and the late Pick 5. It's a mandatory payout on the early Pick 5, but the big carryover of the day. This will get played heavily. It's the second biggest carryover in the country today, our Pick 6 carryover.
Yeah, I think you get a nice little push into this Rainbow Pick 6. It's not easy by any stretch of the imagination. No. Race 7 is the real question mark. I've got a late Pick 4 play. I think that one really holds the key as to whether this thing's going to pay out, because you've got a short price favorite in Claudio, and you've got Rodney with a horse in there. I'm going to use them, but question marks abound about both of those horses on the drop.
All right, so get your tickets ready now for that Rainbow Pick 6, and the late Pick 4. You have a ticket for it, and we also have that Premier Player bonus for the late Pick 4. Go to Guest Services to learn more about that. Let's take a look at the conditions today. It's beautiful right now. The sun is out, a little breezy. We'll have a fast main track. Now, here's the story on our main track for today for all you sharp handicappers out there. The track was closed for training on Wednesday and Thursday Thursday morning. There was a couple spots in the racetrack they wanted to fix up, so they called in one of the best trackmen in the country. John Presero was down here Wednesday and Thursday. They did a bunch of work to the track. They trained on it Friday morning and this morning, so could be a whole new ball game on today's Fast Main track.
It very well could. And we saw Monday, our last day of live racing, outside closers. That's how that track played. I hedged a little bit. We're going to have to see how it goes. You might have to adjust accordingly, but I've kind of played that card a little bit, as that has been the card for the most part, Stan, over the last two and a half months at Laurel Park. But yeah, interesting to see little track maintenance, see how it affects the way this track has been playing.
Well, one more thing I just want to tell you about, we also have the Cure the Winter Blues handicapping tournament today. We have weekly prizes plus a $2,500 grand prize for the Cure the Winter Blues handicapping tournament today. Go to guest services to sign up for that. It's free to register. You get your, we put the standings in the program, nice grand prize plus weekly prizes for a nice handicapping tournament, get you through the winter.
Absolutely, almost halfway home, through the Cure the Blues. And I peaked. I know our buddy upstairs, his girlfriend, I think, has got him beat right now, so that's good.
Nice.
Action. We're not going to name names, but yeah, hopefully she continues on and takes it down.
All right, well, let's get right to it here in the opener. Race 1 kicks off the early pick 5, and I have a ticket. I left my tickets inside, guys, so just leave my ticket up here long enough. I'll read through it real quick. But the early pick 5 starts here in race 1. It's a mandatory payout for this early pick 5, low 12% takeout. I'll go 4 deep here in the opener using the 2, 3, 5, 6. 2 deep in race 2, 3 horses in the third, 2 deep in the fourth, and I'm going to key. I don't do this too often, but this horse looks awfully tough. I'm going to key on a maiden, second time starter, the 7, Adios Annie, 6-5, Jevion Toledo aboard for Gary Capuano. In race 5, a nice maiden special weight, so an affordable $24 play for the early pick 5. You can find all of my tickets plus Keith's late pick 4 ticket on our laurelpark.com website. Race 1, let's take a look here. We're going a mile in a 16th on a fast track, claiming 5,000. Filly and Mares never won 2 lifetime. Let's take a look here. Video spotlight of my top pick, the 6, Whether You're Not, from the John Salzman Jr. barn. I don't know what happened late January. Maybe just draw a line through that race, but here was Whether You're Not's performance in early January at this level, going a mile. The horse was wide around the far turn. There you see her out there in the middle of the track. She finishes a good second with Angel Serpa aboard this day. The winner, What If I Was Willing, was 3-5 or 3-2 that day. Ran a 45 buyer, came back and won again with a 44 buyer. So Whether You're Not, with a strong second here on January 8th, came back and just ran a clunker late January. Maybe just draw a line through that race, gets back into good form today. Hopefully you like the horse. I like it. 6-2, 3-5, Cold Super in the opener.
Yeah, I think Street Miz has improved. Marco Salazar doesn't have a whole lot of horses, flies under the radar a little bit, but he's making an impact right now. Has a really good start to 2017. Street Miz was in a race on the 27th. And got the better of Whether You're Not. Whether You're Not, though, was a little bit closer early to a pretty honest pace. Street Miz has improved since stretching out. She gets good position down inside. Whether You're Not, though, the only one that's won at this distance, I'm going to hedge on that. Early money, I know it's way, way early, but we've seen a couple times now these Salzman runners that get pounded, that they've come through. I'm going to draw a line through the last race, Whether You're Not, back to the 2-back race behind next out winner, What If I Was Willing. I think she gets a good tracking spot just off the pace and goes on with the bear. But Street Miz, I like the way she's improving.
All right, I like it. Keith and I in complete agreement there. 6-2, 3-5, Cold Super for you in race 1. Race 2 kicks off the early pick 4. We're going 7 furlongs, 4 and up, claiming 10,000. Never won 2 lifetime. Scratch the 2, Ring Collector from the second race. No super high 5 wagering here in race 2. And I go with the 3 on top. Our man Mert Can Katamaki in town, and he gets our top rider Trevor McCarthy aboard the 3. Get up, stay up. A good second up there at Parks, last out at the 7,500 2 life level. Stepping up a little bit here, but you get the leading rider at 5-2. I'll go with the 3 on top.
Yeah, it should be a factor. Scratch the 2, Ring Collector in race 2. Get up, stay up was a good second behind J.R. Jellybean, going a route of ground at Parks last time out. J.R. Jellybean was a scratch to the other part of the, I think that was Guadalupe.
Preciado?
Yeah, or Guerrero. Anyhow, it came back to win. 7 furlongs is okay. I just don't know what kind of punch. he's going to have to time the run just perfectly. I think Go Bo Go just has a tactical advantage, the 7 on this field. Has made a good run into decent internals last time, just couldn't hold off Supervisor, came back to the inside to beat him. I think Go Bo Go gets the jump on the field around the turn, and I think he holds on late for Schoenthal.
It's the first time gelding, so I love that angle.
Yeah,
Sharp,
and first I've reported late. I just saw that this morning.
sharp connections there. Toledo, Schoenthal, so I respect that runner. I'll use Go Bo Go in my exacta as race 2 kicks off the early pick 4. Let's turn the page. A nice beaten 7,500 race 4, race 3. It's a tough race. Going six furlongs, 4 and up, claiming 7,500. Haven't won a race since last August. Scratched the 2, Joe Franklin, who was 5-2 morning line. The 2 is scratched, and also scratched the 6, Lunar Rock. We have a bit, so no super high-fi wagering here. In the 3rd, we have a video spotlight on the 5, Cuddy Shark. It's going to be my top pick here. First off the claim for Henry Walters, game 6-year-old. Is a 5-time winner here at Laura Park. Here he is out there in the middle of the track making a rally January 22nd at the open $7,500 level. He gets up for a good 3rd, I think, finishing the race with some good interest there behind 2 solid winners. The Pulse and Classic Wildcat are 2 salty runners at that open $7,500 level. Claimed that day by Henry Walters. Henry Walters waits the 30 days, well spotted today against beaten 7,500. I like the 5, Cuddy Shark. You get Fergal Lynch on top today at 3-1.
Yeah, good effort, 3 races back, reaching in, claiming off of a barn that's doing very well. Sure. Cuddy Shark, it's been a long time since he's gotten his picture taken. I was all set to go against Joe Franklin. I didn't like this horse down to the inside. I like Claudio, the 7, 2-term leader here. Reached in, grabbed this horse out of a nickel condition. Going to go ahead and race to the 75. This horse has some back figures, tactical enough speed. Barn going really well right now. He can really move these speed horses up. I think he just goes right to the front in this field, Stan. I think, or if Parsegian wants to go, sits just off of him, makes a pop little move. He's going to have to look in the rearview mirror, though, because the 3, Cooking Up a Storm, is dropping back, turning back, doing what he does best as a 1-run sprinter. He loves Laurel. Barn now getting hot back again. Kieran McGee, you got to watch out for him moving forward. And Hurler. I think Hurler was a victim against a lone speed type of Zen Papa last time out. He'll get good position, stalking moves. Needs to sustain a little bit better at this level, though.
It's a nice race. The 1, 3, and the 5, they're going to get bet a lot. But yeah, I have the 7 in my top 4. You have to respect the Claudio Gonzalez barn, our current leading trainer right now. He's 33% first off the claim with a positive ROI. Carrasco, one of our top veteran riders, will get a trouble-free trip stalking from the outside. So that's a nice 6-1. Well, you know, with the Joe Franklin being out, it's going to come down off that. But still, you'll get a decent price because some other runners in there are going to get bet. So a nice beaten 7,500 there in race 3. Let's get a break. When we come back, the Rainbow Pick 6, second largest carryover in the country today. Almost 23,000 in that Pick 6 carryover. Starts in race 4. I have a ticket for it. So should you. We'll do that when we come back.
You could win an Out of the Blue party with rock stars like Fall Out Boy. Follow us on Twitter and hashtag Out of the Blue with a picture of Pepsi.
Welcome back to Today at the Races here at Laurel Park, presented by Fidelity First. Keith Fustel, Stan Salter getting you ready for today's Rainbow Pick 6 carryover. $22,800 in the Pick 6 carryover. It starts in race 4 today. It's the second biggest carryover in the country. Keith, this is going to get played well. We might get close to 40,000 in that pool today.
That would be certainly nice. And I think I got a couple people coming in. We're going to throw a ticket together. And yeah, the bigger the better. Let's hope.
I have $40 in my pocket, and I'm going to play my $38.40 ticket. I know I owe you and Rodman some money, but this $40 is just screaming to play the Pick 6 ticket. Maybe I'll hit it, and then I'll get all my debts paid. But it starts here in race 4. I'll go 2 deep in races 4 and 5, and then I'll spread out in races 6 and 7 using 4 runners each there. I'm going to key on my best bet of the day in race 8. What a nice upper level 3 other than allowance feature of the day, that is race 8. I'm going to key on the 5, Blue Moon Ace, Horacio Caramanos aboard for Robbie Bales, going 3 deep there in the finale. So a $38.40 play for the pick 6 starting right here in race 4. Race 4 also kicks off the middle pick 4. This is a nice starter allowance, optional claiming 25,000, going 6 furlongs, and I like Saint Lapidus in race 2. The filly's name is Saint Mistress. Forrest Boyce aboard for trainer Emmanuel Giralis. We all know him around here as Mike Giralis, and we've seen this move before. He's very, very good. Forget whatever stats you see. He doesn't run too many horses, but he's red hot this year. 4 wins out of 10 starts this year for the Giralis barn, and I've seen this move before, bringing horses off a layoff. He's very good at doing that. Some decent enough works here at Laurel Park for the 2, Saint Mistress, my price play of the day at 9-2 here in race 4.
Yeah, Pimentel was originally named Boyce. I think Pimentel might be going up to New York.
Today?
Yeah, I think. I talked to Ron Jard a little
Well,
bit
he's red hot, of course. I went in the Grade 3 General George last Saturday.
Saint Mistress, yeah, optimistic outcome. It was way back on April. That filly's going on to run okay in 2 other than Stan. Is she going to take it right to the other speeds of the 5 Picnic Party and the 6 Let Me Be the One? That's going to be the question. But yeah, the barn going well. Hickory Hills accounted for 2 of those 4 wins, blowout kind of victories. They protect. They still hold this horse at the level off of the layoff. Yep. Looks to be moving forwardly here. I like Sazerac Girl a little bit. I know she was beating my Madeline, who didn't come back to run too well, but goes first time for Schoenthal. I like the little turn back to 6 furlongs. I think she's going to have the speed to target with the 6, with possibly the 2 in here, and even Picnic Party has shown some speed of late. Sazerac Girl, I think, can get into position. She's tactical enough to be in range, and seeing how the track wants to play, go inside or outside mid-turn and make her run from there.
Well, the one's the horse to beat. I love that little cutback, 7 furlongs to 6 furlongs. The horse was in front, turning for home last time. Yeah. Sharp connections, Toledo, Schoenthal, but I'll try to beat that runner with the horse coming off the layoff. Saint Mistress from the Giralis barn. So we like the same 4 horses there, just in a little different order. 2-1 for me, 1-2 for Keith there for the exacta in race 4. Nice starter allowance to kick off the pick 6, almost 23,000 in the carryover today. Let's turn the page. Race 5, we're all over this race, and this is a nice maiden special weight race to kick off the late pick 5 here in race 5. No carryover today for that late pick 5, but as always, our pick 5s here at Laurel Park, your best bet, as they have that industry low 12% takeout for the late pick 5. Starts here in the 5th. A very nice maiden special weight for 3-year-old fillies, going 6 furlongs. We have a few videos here for race 5. Let's start with the 7, Adios Annie. What a good-looking debut that was for this Gary Capuano filly.
Yeah, didn't have the most comfortable of trips. Broke a little bit slow. The 4-horse that day, you see a little hop down to the inside, a little drift, a brush, and then a slight steady. Adios Annie shows a nice little turn of foot after the early trouble. You see that, a little brushing there after she breaks inward. Spotted the field maybe a length and a half. She moves up behind rivals. She had to steady just prior to this move, and then Toledo goes ahead and takes the horse wide, kind of like the move Dionysus made the other day, right?
Yeah.
And goes out here 4 wide, makes a run right up to contention, but did it into an okay pace. Just couldn't quite sustain the winner. Little bit of mine. That was a hammy first-time starter. That was a high-price hammy firster. You see that drifts out a little bit. Adios Annie gets to a short lead at the 8th pole, and it just took enough starch out of Stan at that early adversity and having to go 4 and 5 wide. But a good effort nonetheless. We know Gary Cap. He's usually much better second time out. So if trends stay the same, he's about 30% lifetime second out with these maidens, this type of maiden. Going to be tough. One of the firsters is going to have to be really good to beat her, I believe.
That was a nice Hammy Smith filly that won that race. She was by Mine Shaft. So the 7, Adios Annie, the horse to beat. I love the outside post she gets here for her second start. She's 6-5. Toledo aboard. Let's take a look, a video here of the 1A. I'm So Money from the Trez Abbott barn. This is a 3-year-old filly by Munning. She was very, very tough in her debut at 19-1. She's in front, turning for home down there on the inside. So probably not the best place to be down there on the inside. Horse is going to out there in the middle of the track. The 9, Sinwave, is going to get up to win. Sinwave would come back and win an allowance race at Parks by almost 8 lengths with a 62 by her. I'm not sure what. Well, I do know what happened to Some Money. Ran back on January 1st as the heavy 3-5 favored. Went to the lead and tired, so they've gone back to the drawing board. Couple nice works up there at Fair Hill. First time Lasix today, so you have to think she bled a little bit January 1st. I'm looking forward to seeing her get back in top form today for Trez.
Agreed. Sinewave, a nice effort, gritty effort, was really kind of going nowhere, coming in, split horses late to get up. Buying Some Money, that was, as you said, was kind of pinned down towards the inside the last eighth of a mile on a track we know was favoring outside runners, outside closers on December the 10th. Possibly bled last time. Has experience, faced the right kind of, and I don't think she necessarily needs the lead either, Stan. I think she can kind of get from just off of it, especially Forest Boy. She has a good judge of pace, and we'll see how things go from the outside. And she'll decide in that first eighth of a mile how she wants to go.
It's a nice race, a couple nice first-time starters. Kieran McGee with the 3-year-old filly by Not for Love. You're going to get a nice price on that runner. The 3, Saucy Symphony. Nobody's hotter than Cal Lynch right now. Well-bred 3-year-old filly by First Samurai. They paid $235,000 for this filly at Keeneland. The Dam, she was a stakes winner who made almost $250,000. This is her first foal. Cal Lynch just got this filly in her barn. A bull at work February 7th here at Laurel Park. We caught up with Cal Lynch yesterday morning talking about Saucy Symphony.
Philly's doing really well. It's a new client for us. She came up from Florida from Jonathan Thomas. She was at Tampa. Philly's doing really well. We give her 2 works. We gave her 1 out of the gate last weekend just to make sure she was tight and get her gate card. And we like her. She's doing really everything right. I'm not sure if she wants to sprint. She'll probably want to go a little longer going as she gets older. But right now, the 2 outside horses in that race are really salty. I think it came up tougher than I expected, but it's still a good race. The filly's doing really well, and we just want a good experience, finish well, and get something out of it. I won't be surprised if she runs big. She's doing well.
All right, so the barn likes this filly, and you have to like anything this barn brings over. He gets Caramanos. Of course, Caramanos a big weekend last weekend, winning the Grade 2 Barbara Fritchie.
I always like, well, you're doing your homework. You're out here doing interviews in the morning, getting up. You texted me at 5:45 this morning.
Trying to keep up with South Beach.
You're on a roll, I'm telling you. I like trying to read between the lines on these trainer interviews. That's what I like.
Yeah.
You know, they're grinning. They're not trying to grin. What do I say? What I don't say? Sprinting or not, the mare was 5 for 14 sprinting. It was pretty quick. Made $240,000. I think she's going to be all right. I like how they just get her up here, 2 little maintenance work and go. I think it's going to be a big effort, or one or the other for Saucy Symphony. And Audio Sandy, clearly the one to beat. Gotta giggle for Kieran McGee and owner David Moose. Look at that family.
Yeah,
that mare
sure.
Clap Happy foals 67 for 279. This is a horse that's kin to Crossing Point Love Happy horses we've seen run around these parts. Could be any type. But they say Kieran, he hasn't had the best success with firsters. They keep this one around. This horse is bred to be a good one. Tab the tote board on Gotta Giggle for Kieran McGee.
Real nice maiden special weight for 3-year-old fillies to
Real
kick
nice
off
family.
the late pick 5 there. And you get a big price on a Not for Love for one of our top trainers there, Kieran McGee. Wouldn't surprise me at all that filly runs big. So better maybe go deep there. The Audio Sandy is going to take a lot of money, but maybe spread out a little bit more there in race 5. Let's turn the page here. Race 6 kicks off the late pick 4, and for all you premier players out there, you get a 10% bonus when you hit the late pick 4 here at Laurel Park. Go to guest services to sign up for that. Keith, you like the late pick 4 ticket. Let's take a look here starting in race 6.
Yeah, in race 6, Magritte looks to be super tough. He's going to be a shorter price. I think he gets a little bit more pressure than he did last time, and he couldn't quite hold on. Let's go with the 3-10 Hud, who's holding form for Rosenthal, and the 7 Lose Love. You're a little bit of a price shot. This is the race 7. Animal Quiet is going to take a ton of play. As is, I think Ice Like is going to take a lot of play. But the questions abound. I'm going to use them. I'm going 7-10, but would not surprise me in this race because I don't know why both these horses are dropping off of okay efforts.
Good
in race
point.
8, let's go with Just Call Kenny and Blue Moon Ace. I agree with you on Blue Moon Ace. I expect a nice effort. In the last race, the 1A Undaunted Spirit could dictate, and the 9 Thirst for Diamond has experience going around a ground and gets the blinkers on. $40 ticket. Race 7, I think, holds the key.
Yeah, because that Gonzalez horse in the 7th race is going to take a lot of money, but ran a big number, now dropping in for a tag. So So you beat that runner, you might get a nice price runner there in race 7. Let's take a look here. Race 6, we're going 5.5 furlongs, claiming 10,000. Never won 3, 4-year-olds and upward. Video spotlight here of the one Magritte, my top pick. This horse, 7-5 Morning Lion's going to take a lot of money. Trevor McCarthy aboard today. Now here he is in front, turning for home last time. Down there on the inside of the racetrack, probably not the best part. The horse bore in at the start and was disqualified from 2nd to 3rd. Esquivel was aboard for the ride this day, you're seeing here. A good second, going 6 furlongs. I love the little half furlong cut back to 5.5 furlongs today. And we're going from Esquivel, who maybe got the horse disqualified at the gate, to our leading rider, Trevor McCarthy, today for a good barn. So Magritte's going to be very tough to beat here. We'll see how the speed's holding here in race 6. Magritte's supposed to win. He'll probably be in front. We'll see how the speed's
They didn't
holding.
put the jock in the corner or anything, did they? Like we used to get in elementary school.
Right.
Get punished a little bit. No, that was a tough beat. Horse just drifting in, a little bumping at the break. Yeah, dug in gamely when hooked. It was their own little match race between Triple Net for McMahon and Magritte for Kieran. A good horse race, but draws inside. There's some other speed just to the outside. Backseat Lover has some speed. Even Rocket Man Richie, a bomb, could show speed that first quarter of a mile. I'm kind of counting on that to maybe soften him up. He's going to be tough, Magritte, but I think 10 Hut chased the pace last time and had to be used a little bit too much to stay close. I think he likes to sit a little bit further off the pace. He's going to get that chance today with Pedroza. That's the 3:10 Hut. And Slew's Love comes out of the Triple Net Magritte race as the speeds kind of went around the track. In tight at the break, 2 to 4 wide, a good second, try second off the claim. If the track's playing the way it was Monday, I think he's a user. Once again, monitor how this surface plays early in the card.
I would like the same 4, just in a different order there in race 6, which kicks off the late pick 4. Check out the Premier Player 10% bonus. Go to Guest Services to learn more about that. Race 7 here, kicking off the late pick 3, and this is a race you're hitting the all button in here for your late pick 4. 6 furlongs, maiden claiming 40,000 for straight 3-year-olds, and you're right, the 10. Animal Quiet, who I don't have in my top 4 here. I think I did the old-fashioned forgot to turn the page here and didn't see this Claudio 9 to 5 shot. But then the more I look at the horse, first time in the Claudio barn late January here at Laurel Park, maiden special weight, a good third that day, going 7 furlongs, a strong 63 buyer, and now dropping into the maiden 40. You don't know what happened. Maybe the maiden special weight didn't go, so they ifed into this race. I like the outside post. You got to respect the connections here, but I'll just take a shot and say this horse maybe not going in the right direction.
Well, the only thing I'm looking, the horse runs big. Dancing with Maud, who just beat him, was about even money in for maiden special weight. I've got him lined too high at 9 to 5 when you really kind of break it down. It wouldn't surprise me if he's 7 to 5, 6 to 5 in that range. So they drop him. He comes back with, even after a nice bullet work of 47 to 3, you've got that. You got a negative second off this kind of layoff. He's over 28. The only thing I'm thinking is if owner David Grusko says, I need the money.
Yeah.
We all need the money.
Get the
and this
win.
horse was only running for maiden 30s down in Florida and in Kentucky. So maybe they do that, get the double whammy, get the horse claimed, get the pot, and everybody's happy. That could be the angle with the bottom horse, Animal Quiet. But you've got the question mark there and the 7 Ice, like another one dropping off of an okay try. Ran okay even with early trouble.
Yeah, I like your top pick here. You get Stevie Hamilton, top 5 rider aboard for a good barn here. Rodney Jenkins, he'll start winning races here soon. Don't worry about it. Some decent efforts against maiden special weight, dropping in for a tag now. You get blinkers on. I like the outside post. Horse got in a little trouble last time, but still a good 4th in the slop. I like that. We'll get a nice price here on this runner.
Yeah, ran okay. And that race has turned out to be a key race, a double key race. Horses have come out and done well. Like Rodney, 1 for 18 over the last 90 days. He's trying to drop and get a win. But another kind of a quick give up, a $200,000 purchase. Now you're right back in off of 2 tries, in for 40. What are your other ways to go? Frankenstein. I've been kind of a fan of this horse. The 2-back try was tough at a mile, but he rebounded with Torres last time out. Went from Lynch to Torres, a good effort. Dueled outside of a horse. I don't think he necessarily needs a lead. He showed a closing gear 3 races back behind El Noet. And the 8, God Loves a Sinner, is another one. If things get hot and heavy, and looks like there will be an honest pace up front, this horse could close in from the back of the pack. real head scratcher, race 7. Watch it run 10-7. It'll exact. They'll pay $12.
Yeah, you're going to get a nice price on the 8. Guy loves the center. A couple good thirds for Susan Cooney. Now you get one of the top riders, Jevion Toledo, aboard today, and we'll get a nice price. So if the favorite, the 10, Animal Quiet, isn't on his A game, and could it be wide open there in race 7 to kick off the late pick 3? How about today's feature? This race could be a stake race. And talking to Cal Lynch yesterday morning about, we were talking about this race a little bit, and he said, he was gonna go on this race, was never gone south.
Okay.
Instead, he ran in the Grade 3 General George last Saturday. So that just gives you an idea of how tough today's upper level 3 other than allowance feature of the day, going 6 furlongs here for race 8 to kick off the late daily double. We have a bunch of coverage here for you for this race. Let's take a look here. Key race, 3 horses coming out of a race on February 4th. J-Rock, Just Call Kenny, and Any Court in a Storm.
Just Call Kenny broke through the gate pre-race. Didn't get too far. That could have cost him off of a pretty lengthy layoff. I think the horse that ran the biggest, all things considered, Stan, was J-Rock. You see J-Rock moving out there 3 wide to a short lead into internal fractions, 21-4, 45-1. They were just blazing on the front. He turns for home with a short lead, about a half-length lead. Up to the outside comes Proper Freud for Jacobson. But look at this horse, digging in gamely. Winter Fury, the Norseman, comes rolling wide. Any Court in the Storm had the best trip, I think. Sat off of it, circled on the best part of the track. Just flat and light. But look down in between horses, running into third right now in the green. Just Call Kenny. I like the way Forest Boys handled this horse that day. The early adversity at the gate, broke through the gate, took this horse, let it settle, and really finish up nicely off of the lengthy layoff. It's been a long time since a win. This horse has probably had some issues, we can tell. But I think he's going to fire a good shot right back in this shorter field. I think Tail of Dubai had everything his own way last time. Look at that early quarter, 23, 46, and 1. They pounded this horse down. He ran off the screen. He's going to have to, I don't know if he's going to bounce a little bit. I think he might bounce a little bit off of that race. But Cocked and Loaded has some speed, too. He might keep him company up on the front end.
It's a wide open race. I remember Just Call Kenny, first, I think he's named after my good friend Kenny Back, who I've called a few times to bail me out, literally. But this horse looked phenomenal in the paddock last time, and he opened up taking a bunch of money, early money last time, Just Call Kenny. I think that the connections were considering going in the General George last weekend with him, but they opt to go here, so you'll get a nice price on that runner. Let's talk about a horse here, the 1, Any Court in a Storm. You'll get some good value today on the 6-year-old. This is the only horse in the race that's won this 3 other than allowance condition. Now he did that back in January of 2016, so a little over a year ago. He's had a layoff since then. This is his 5th start back off the layoff. We caught up with trainer Jason Egan watching this horse train yesterday morning. 6-year-old Maryland bred's made almost $250,000. Here's Any Court in a Storm training yesterday with trainer Jason Egan.
He's come back well. His first race back was a little bit of a puzzler, but each race since then has been a little bit of a forward step. So hopefully tomorrow is another good step forward for him. You know, it's a tough spot, but we like what we've seen from him, so we think we're heading in the right direction.
He's a proven sprinter. He's the only horse in the race that's won this upper-level allowance condition. He loves this home track here at Laurel Park, yet you're still 10-1. Just clear evidence of how tough this race is. Your thoughts on how tough this allowance feature is and what would be the ideal kind of trip that you can get in this race?
Well, it is a tough group. He does love Laurel, and if it does rain like it is in the forecast, it certainly won't bother him. He needs a good pace in front of him that backs up a little bit. He's got a good run to finish. You know, like I said, each race has been a little bit of a step forward. He made a good run last time and just kind of flattened out a little bit the last 16th or so. But with a strong pace in front of him, I expect another good run from him. As far as trip goes, don't really love the rail, but you know, I think we'll be able to work off of that if we want to with the speed that runs away from us a little bit early. I just hope we don't fall too far out of it coming into the turn here and not leave ourselves with too much to do.
Appreciate Jason Egan's time yesterday morning, and good young trainer here at Laurel Park. How's this for a resume? He worked when he was going to school, University of Arizona. He worked in the summers for Michael Dickinson. Then after graduating the racetrack industry program, University of Arizona, he worked for Todd Pletcher, and then he worked for trainer Mike Trombetta for a few years before he went out on his own. That's a solid resume. He's done well around here in Maryland, and this 6-year-old, he's 9 for 14 in the money here at Laurel Park with 3 wins. You heard Egan saying that he's hoping for a little rain rain this afternoon. So this is the 10-to-1 shot I was talking about earlier. Who's hoping the rain comes?
Yeah, he hasn't really been respected at the windows the last couple races. I think he's going to still stay about 8 or 10-to-1, but say it's clouding up, getting windy. We could see some moisture on the track. I think it's going to be honest up front with Tel Aviv Dubai and cocked and loaded. He just has to sustain a little bit better. I just don't know if he just. What's his fifth race back?
Fifth race back.
He's going to move up off of that last one. I'm not sure. He's going to have to move up just a little bit. He's going to be in his own little world back there midway on the turn, and he's hoping things get hot and heavy. But Jason does a nice job. Doesn't have a whole lot of horses, but quality's horses always look fabulous when they get on the racetrack. They look good.
And the horse looked like $1 million training yesterday morning. 4 for 5 in the money on an off track. Still looking for a win on an off track. So maybe today, my best bet of the day is the 5 Blue Moon Ace. Here's his last race, January 16th at Laurel Park at this 3 other than allowance condition. He ran into a couple buzzsaws. Let's check out Blue Moon Ace's video if we have it from January 16th. There he is down on the inside of the track. Maybe not the best part, but he ran into a couple horses by the name of Fleet Willie and Never Gone South, who ran on last Saturday's Grade 3 General George. I like Blue Moon Ace as my best bet today with Karamanos aboard for trainer Robbie Bales.
Yeah, Fleet Willie just kind of took control early after a little bit of a stumble and dictated. Blue Moon Ace, a nice run mid-turn and just kept on going. Zapped at the wire by Never Gone South, maybe a little flattening. Turning back to 6, talk about moisture, 2 races back. He had a horror trip the first quarter, 3/8 of a mile, and was able to overcome it and really finished up strongly. This is a nice feature race. I think Blue Moon Ace, just called Kenny J. Any one of them have a shot. Even Cocked and Loaded, he looks like he's kind of tailed off a little bit, but now Trevor Ray kind of right. He'll have him go, or Toledo's going to have him around a long way.
Well, hats off to the racing office for making this race. You don't see 3 other than allowance races go all the time. When they do go, it's just like a stake race. So that's our feature of the day there in race 8. All right, we're almost out of time. Race 9 though, going a mile and a 16th. Maiden 10. They'll bet this race off the screen for 3-year-old fillies. They love the maiden 10s around here. My top pick in here on the outside, I'll go with the 9 Thirst for Diamond. Trevor McCarthy aboard for Ned Allard. You get blinkers on this 3-year-old daughter of Stay Thirsty Day, who's dropping in class.
Yeah, 2-back race. The debut for 20 was okay. This horse does not have much speed. 2 horses did come out of that race to come back to run okay. Last time out, stumbled a little bit at the break and just never got going at all. The blinkers, a move that's worked well for this barn. I think Undaunted Spirit, the 1A, is the one that she's going to have a chance maybe to get to the front. Mama Doolittle has shown speed in the past. Last time out, wanted to take a right turn into the far turn. Really didn't work out well. I think she'll stretch her legs a little bit better. Her speed will carry today, but Undaunted Spirit's going to be my top selection in the last, stretching out and going from 7 to a mile and a 16th.
And you get 2.
And then talk about rain, the 7, all this jazz, the 3-back try.
Yep.
There's the big 48 on that sloppy sealed surface. So a repeat of that, and that's probably a winning effort. So
all right.
Anybody really hoping for rain, it's going to be the connections of the 7 all this jazz.
All right, so they are calling for rain later on this afternoon, so you might have to factor that into your handicap. And when you're putting together your Rainbow Pick 6 ticket, don't get shut out today. It's the 2nd largest carryover in the country right here at Laurel Park. Starts in race 4, almost 23,000 in that Rainbow Pick 6. Best of luck, Dave Rodman. Good luck, Mount St. Joe's tonight.
And good job today, Stan. I mean, that was a nice show. Well, a couple of videos and things like that.
Well, we'll keep it going.
Yeah,
Tomorrow morning on Today at the Races, we'll have the Ella Reeb work live. Well, not live. He'll be working here at Laurel Park.
Right.
We'll be getting it in the morning. We'll have it for you on tomorrow's Today at the Races. Dave Rodman, he's coming up next. We'll have today's scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.